Let's kick it to the world. Fuma like like you're born to fly. Live like you'll never die. Dare what you dare to dream. And everything in between. We are drawn by the rhythms that beat through our hearts. When we all come together, we're 7 billion stars. The world is ours. 7 billion stars. The world is ours. Light up the world, light up the world. Sing out your battle cry. Under the stage and sky, oceans and land divide, united we feel inside. You can stand on my shoulders and raise up your arms. When we all come together, we light up the dark. The world is ours. 7 billion stars. The world is ours. Light up the world, everybody. Light up the world, todo mundo. Light up the world, everybody. Pramatuka, pramatuka, ka.
Well, today at the 2014 FIFA World Cup, the journey ends for France, and the Germans set a new World Cup record. Good evening and welcome. My name is Yemi Adebayo. All right. Well, like I said, the journey has ended for France, and for the Germans is a new record. They are the first team to get into the fourth consecutive semi-final at the World Cup. Last 4 World Cups, they were able to get to the semi-final. Well, we'll be talking about that and more on the show tonight. At this period of the year, it's all about the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Well, we're gradually winding up, and we're at the business end. One team has progressed to the semi-final, and as we speak, the hosts, Brazil and Colombia, are currently battling it out for a place in the semi-finals. Of course, we'll look at all of that. We'll look at matches will be played tomorrow as well at the 2014 FIFA World Cup. We'll look at how some teams are preparing. We'll review the game played. France, they have crashed out of the tournament. We'll look at what went wrong, what could have been for the French team. And of course, we'll also look at the Super Eagles. The team have returned. Well, we thought they were going to get something close to the Algerians. They didn't get anything like that, but the team is back. Coach Stephen Keshi, on his arrival, had a few words for us. We'll be looking at all of that. And the NFF board, well, as let me use the right words. The NFF board has been sacked. So we'll talk about that. We have people in the house who will fill us in with what has happened. Of course, we'll also look at tennis on the show tonight. And of course, we'll also, as we usually do on Friday, we get some time for bar sports. So Babatunde Ogushiku is in the house, and we'll be looking at bar sports, and on the show tonight is going to be chess. Well, I'm not here alone. Let me quickly introduce my partners on the show to you tonight. Sitting right here next to me, Saeed Abbas. How does it feel to be here?
It's nice once again being here, as usual.
All right, and Donald Okonta, who's been keeping tabs on what's been happening with the NFF. Let me welcome you to the show, Nodi.
Good evening, my pleasure.
All right. Well, we also like you to be a part of everything we're doing, and this is how you can be a part of everything we're doing. We want you to get your views, your thoughts, your opinion across to us through this means, through Facebook and Twitter. You can always get your thoughts across to us, and we promise to allow the whole world listen to what you have to say on all of the matters in the world of sports. All right, so be a part of everything we're doing. Get your views across to us, and of course we'll respond to whatever questions you have to ask. All right, guys, let's start by looking at what is happening right now at the 2014 FIFA World Cup. It's Brazil and Colombia. Well, the only piece of news, let me start with Nodi. Dani Alves is not playing. That's it. That's the only thing. Douglas Maicon takes his place. It's still goalless as we speak anyway.
Well, you like to go to that?
Oh, okay.
Well,
I spoke too soon. It's 1-0. The Brazilians showing us that they're not here to play. They've gotten a goal. It's just about 7 minutes played. And the goal was scored by Captain Thiago Silva. So, Dodi, I guess I spoke too soon anyway.
well, you spoke too soon. What the attackers, the strikers are not doing, the defenders are showing the way,
yeah.
and that's the beauty of a team. When people keep accusing strikers, you may not find them in the position. Once you find yourself in position of scoring, we saw the game against Chile, because the guy that scored the goal was a defender,
David
Luiz, and if he had not come to that position, he had not been a bit adventurous. Set pieces. So I don't know whether this will come from the set pieces, but if it comes from the set pieces, it's still part of the game. And set pieces, like people will say, they call them half goals. It's either 50-50, but if you take your set pieces very well, you train for it, and you realize that set pieces can earn you a victory in a football match, then why not?
Okay. Saeed, at this stage of the World Cup, you don't get to see teams beaten by a wide margin. There's just a few goals there. But the only thing, a bit different, this is an early goal. Does that signal anything to you?
Let me say, at least, probably it could be good news for Colombia and it could be bad news for them. Then it depends on how they translate
How
this
they
now.
react.
Exactly. For Colombia now, I think perhaps they'll look at this game and say, okay, the Brazilians, also they are South Americans, they know themselves too good and all that. Not forgetting that Mr. Rodriguez has been fantastic so far in the tournament, but I expect him to also come to the party.
Well, I would say you should be cautious in your optimism, because the record the Colombians have against Brazil is not...
Has nothing to write home about.
It's not good.
But do you know the fact that records are meant to be broken?
Yes,
no matter
it starts one day.
It starts one day. It's meant to be broken. So perhaps the Colombians could break the record today. Probably James Rodriguez will just score. Probably being the first player to score in all World Cup games he played and all.
He has mentioned Rodriguez 2 times in his speech. You'll be tempted to think that's the only Colombian player on the field. But
no Jackson Martinez and all that.
Okay, Nodi, I don't know. He said there's not too much difference because they know each other very well. Do you see the Colombians, giving the Brazilians a fright like the Chileans did?
When you look at 2 CONMEBOL teams in the same, like in South America, you expect the Brazilians will always have an edge. Where they don't have an edge, when they play teams like Argentina, that's the traditional rivals. And you remember in the whole of CONMEBOL, only Brazil is the Portuguese-speaking country, the rest are Spanish-speaking countries. But going by Said's record, of course, when you mention head-to-head Argentina, Brazil and Colombia, there's nothing to write on it. It's a huge gulf. So you are likely going to predict that the Brazilians will take this one. The Brazilians know how to beat team. I know the beauty of it is that they scored early. So it means that if the game ends now, they're through to the semi-final. So that gives them a better advantage. That makes them a bit settled. Now they have to look at how they can close up, look at 1 or 2 openings from the Colombians, because the Colombians are likely going to come out. They want to search forward, get the equalizer.
Well, they are condemned to attack.
That's the only option for now.
The only way you will win is if you get 2 goals.
But the one here is, you know you are playing against the hosts.
There should be a balance.
Against a dreaded team, a team that has some flamboyant players who could take you on the fast
Take
break.
their chances.
You have an Oscar who could drive from the midfield straight to your team box about the score goals. So that's where the Colombians will be a bit cautious because if they open up their way and they allow Brazilian, it's good. I hope it's not going to be a one-way traffic.
Before we go to
the Brazilians have really had better hedge against other South American countries
apart from Argentina. Okay. Do not says Brazil seem to do well against every other person on their continent apart from Argentina. Now they are not playing Argentina. There are chances if they progress, they will meet in the final. But at least at this stage. But Said, let's talk about Neymar. He's starting this game. The news was that he was injured. He probably will not start. Do you think Luis Felipe Scolari is taking a gamble playing Neymar in this game? A gamble that could probably backfire if he gets a card or he gets the injury gets aggravated.
Most coaches, they get to gamble most of the time, just like Oscar Tabarez gambled Luis Suarez and scored 2 goals and all that. Perhaps he's gambling Neymar. No matter what, and how fit Neymar, definitely know what he can do on the pitch.
Okay.
In fact, he's been the fantastic player for Brazil